recognize the wonderful support of our parents and to honor our senior students. This is our way of saying thank you to all of them for their contributions and sacrifices to the Assumption Athletic Program. At this time, we'd like to introduce our senior basketball players and their parents.
They want a chance to tie.
Tom Bush, son of William and Aaron Bush. Riley Conrad, son of Scott and Tammy Conrad. Billy Daniel, son of Mike and Ira Daniel. Colin Gould, son of Mark and Julie Gould. Drake Grenier, son of Doug and Jamie Grenier. Matt Vonderhaar, son of Mike and Joni Vonderhaar. Peter Doyle, son of Pat and Kelly Doyle. Casey Grew, son of Paul and Tara Grew. Michael Naus, son of Steve and Donna Naus. Nick Shedler, son of William and Lisa Shedler. This concludes our recognition ceremony. Congratulations and thank you once again to our parents and seniors.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. I am Joe Winkle. We are live here at Assumption Gymnasium. This is a production of FTP Sports as we're about to get MAC Conference basketball underway here on Tuesday Night Hoops. Joe Winkle here live. I'm excited. Joined tonight by Marco Villagomez. And Marco, we got a good one on hand tonight. Thanks for being here tonight, my man.
You're welcome. I like coming out and doing this. I mean, I'm excited to see another North Scott game, but I'm ready to see what Assumption has a hand towards them.
Yeah, good game tonight on hand. The 18-2 North Scott Lancers, 12-2 in the MAC Conference. Try to get a win on the road and try to avoid a season sweep of the home team, and on senior night, the Davenport Assumption Knights, 15-4 and 12-2 in MAC play on the season, and those two non-conference losses are to a number 1 in 4A Iowa City High and the number 5 or top 10 Class 4A team in Illinois, Rock Island. Their two losses on the season, both to Bettendorf in MAC conference play. North Scott lost one game at Bettendorf by 36, but Bettendorf is one of the best teams in Iowa and also a loss at home against Assumption, only by 2 points. So we got a very interesting game here on our hands, and though I don't know if anything can top last Friday's Galesburg Rock Island game. Marco, I know you weren't there, but I'm really excited that we should have a good one on our hands here tonight.
I mean, I don't see a game finishing like that anytime soon, anytime in our lifetime. That's you just telling me about it makes me wish that I was there. I'm very upset that I missed it, but I mean, I give props to my man CJ Carr for doing his thing, coming out and hitting that last second shot. And I mean, like I said, I don't see a game finishing like that anytime soon. It's just amazing how he did that.
Yeah, and I mean, people that didn't get to listen, go on and listen, because that was an outstanding game from start to finish. But anyway, we got business here to handle tonight. So, Marco, I know you saw this North Scott team play at home against a very young and very raw, talented Davenport West team that's on the uprise. A game where they were down for most of the second half and ended up coming back and winning. They got a lot of momentum on back-to-back Eric Huber threes in that second half, or in that fourth quarter, that put them up by one, and they never looked back. So my question for you is, what are you looking for from this North Scott team tonight in a hostile territory on Assumption Senior Night?
Honestly, I don't know how to look at it or where to go with this, but North Scott was lacking with motivation and wanting to finish, like having that final push, that final drive against a very young team. Now they're coming out tonight against Assumption that is stacked with seniors. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors on their squad, and it's their senior night tonight, which gives them that big boost to come out and do their thing tonight. So if I see North Scott slipping behind some young bloods, I'm really worried about what's going to happen tonight against some veterans on their own court.
Yeah, you got a good point, because North Scott, as we've always pointed out, they have some seniors. They got two guys in Jordan Harp and Eric Hubert, both seniors, that Coach Seamus Buddy says they have the green light at all times if they want to get the ball off the shoot. But they are led by two sophomores in Grant Graham and Cortez Seals. Last week, though, they showed a lot of heart in last Tuesday's game at Pleasant Valley. Myself and Tanner Rowe were there to call that game. Pleasant Valley on their home floor on Pleasant Valley senior night as well. So this is back-to-back Tuesdays where they're playing on a road game for senior night. They were down by 9 early in that game. Cortez Seals did not get to start, but once he came onto the floor, they were playing lights-out basketball. Cortez Seals led their team with 11 points. Grant Graham's first game back in over a month with a bad knee. His first game back, he really wasn't in the swing of things, but he ended up with 9 points in that game. A very good outing for him, but I think the big play of Cortez Seals tonight against this Assumption team, the way he can just create shots off his own, could be a very, very big boost for this North Scott club in this one.
I mean, if Cortez Seals can come out and start off right off the back, first quarter action, and just come out and play clutch all 4 quarters of play, then that's what you're looking for. Last time I seen him play, I seen him come out and do a dominant role. Even though he didn't score too much when we've seen him play, he still did great in moving the ball around, doing his thing, and looking for the open man. Like I said, if he can come out and do this all 4 quarters, it's going to be a long night for Assumption.
Yeah, and I think, like we always talk about, like we always talk about the shooting, and especially for North Scott, because they got great sharpshooters that have the green light at all costs. But on the other end for Assumption, they probably have the best post presence in the MAC Conference in Billy Daniel, and they have one of the best 3-point shooters in the MAC Conference as well in Matt Vonderhaar. Though I know you haven't seen this Assumption team play this year, Billy Daniel, a very good post presence. Like I said, probably the best in the MAC Conference. Do you see one of those guys probably being the reason Assumption gets a win tonight?
I mean, their big man down low, that's always a good presence on any team that you have. Just having that down low presence to give that little ditch off pass so you can just get an easy layup. But I see on their roster, he has 2 inches below their tallest man. If their man can just bring his hands up and contest his shot and block his view, it also might be a long night. But like you said, he's a great player. I'm excited to see him play and see what he has. But having a down low presence, that's just great for any team that you have. You know, look at Dwight Howard. Look at your Pau Gasols in the league of the NBA. They're down there. They have them for easy passes, nice little quick layups for 2 points at the beginning or at crunch time in the final quarter. So we'll just have to see what comes out and happens with these big men.
Real quick, I just saw this from Jess. If I believe I saw it right, tonight the United Township girls, knowing we are both from UT, the United Township girls playing in the Peoria Richwoods Regional tonight against number 5 in Class 4A Rock Island. Early in the second quarter, UT leads 23-6 over Rock Island, and if they can hold that, that would be a huge upset if they can hold on to that game. Still, though, early in the second quarter, but a 17-point lead for the girls right now. But man, that's huge, and I know. But anyway, we'll probably be scoreboard watching that one as much as we can tonight. First thing we are going to get here are the reserves. The thing they do in the MAC, they announce the non-starters for both clubs. It's pretty cool, and
gives a little recognition for the guys that are, down the roster ranks. Just to let them know they're still here. And hey, coach, you needed me. Put me in, coach. Put me in. So I mean, it's kind of neat. It's nice.
Again, we're about to get things underway. Joining alongside of me is Marco Villagomez. We are here live from Assumption Gymnasium on the campus of Davenport Assumption High School. Should be a very, very good game. North Scott trying to keep this very good winning, a very good team. Let's see how they come out and play tonight on a road territory. Should be a tough matchup for them. And Davenport Assumption, always good teams, and we've seen Davenport Assumption play couple very good games this year. Especially we saw them against Rock Island in the Illinois-Iowa shootout. Very good game there. So now let's listen to the non-starters. First for North Scott, a 5'11 senior guard, that's number 0, Bobby Wolf. A 5'10 junior guard, number 2, Nate Riggins. A 6-foot senior guard, number 10, Mitchell Gorsh. A 6'2 forward, a 6'2 sophomore forward, number 12, Tanner Grieve. A 6-foot junior guard, number 14, Adam Alberts.
Number 24.
A 6'1 senior guard, number 24, Jordan Arp. A 6'4 senior forward, number 32, Noah Gumpert. A 5'9 junior guard, number 22, Adam Siebert. A 6'3 sophomore forward, number 34, Ricky Grimes. And a 5'11 sophomore guard, number 40, Trey Kilberg. And a 6'6 senior center, number 50, Sean Myers. And now the
Number 2, Thomas Bush.
And the reserves for Assumption, a 5'10 senior guard, number 2, Thomas Bush. A 5'10 senior guard, number 4, Colin Gould.
Number 10, Michael Neubauer.
A 5'5 junior guard, number 10, Michael Neubauer.
Number 24, Evan Watsager.
A 5'11 sophomore guard, number 24, Evan Watsager. Number 30, a 6'5 senior center, that is Casey Groof. A 5'11 junior guard, number 34, Adam Roos. A 6'1 junior forward, number 40, Jake Gervas. A 5'8 sophomore guard, number 42, Ryan Coughlin. A 6-foot senior forward, number 44, Drake Griner. And a 6'3 junior forward, number 50, Jimmy Hoinskamp.
We also have 2 knights for a night from St. Paul's School.
Well, now we're about to get the starting lineups for both Davenport Assumption and North Scott.
Assistant coaches for the Knights, Jordan Pizzarelli, Doug Neubauer, Pete Stopulus. Here are the starting lineups for the Knights game.
Here are the starting lineups. First, for the North Scott Lancers.
6'2 senior, Ben Wilson.
At forward, a 6'2 senior, that is number 4, Ben Wilson. For Davenport Assumption.
For the Knights, Anagar, number 12.
For the Knights, a 6'2 senior guard, number 12, Nick Shebler.
Their guard for North Scott, 6'1 senior, number 20, Eric Huber.
For North Scott, a 6'1 senior guard, number 20, Eric Huber.
For the Knights, 6'1 senior, number 20, Peter.
For the Knights, a 6-foot senior guard, number 20, that's Peter Doyle.
And forward for North Scott, 6'5 sophomore, number 15, Cortez
For North Scott, a 6'5" sophomore guard, number 15. That is Cortez Seals.
For the Knights, 6'4" senior, number 14.
For Davenport Assumption, a 6'4" senior guard, number 14. That is Matt Vonderhaar.
And a forward for North Scott, 6'1" sophomore, number 21, Grant Graham.
For North Scott, a 6'1" sophomore guard, number 21, Grant Graham. For Davenport Assumption, a 6'5" forward, number 12, or a senior forward, number 12, Michael Nautz. And at center for Davenport, or for North Scott, a 6'7" center, senior center, number 44, Creighton Clausen. And the man in the middle for Davenport Assumption, a 6'5" senior forward, number 32, that's Billy Daniel. North Scott is coached by Seamus Buddy, assisted by Dave McLaughlin and Ryan Voss. And the Assumption Knights are coached by Joe Barr, assisted by Jordan Gizzarelli, Doug Neubauer, and Pete Stopulus. Managers are Riley Conrad and Will Martins.
We ask the fans to rise.
We're going to get the national anthem, and then we'll be right back. This is a production of FTP Sports.
Let us pray. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other. Reward them for their hard work and perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen.
Marco Villagomez from FTP Sports. The Assumption Knights are about to get things underway. North Scott Lancers here live from Assumption Gymnasium. We're about to get things underway, and one thing you're ready for this one as much as I am. This should be a good one.
I'm excited to see North Scott come out, and I'm really hoping they impress me tonight. I wasn't very impressed with their lackadaisical fourth quarter that I seen last time I watched them play, but I think they're ready to come out. Lucky talked to Coach Buddy. He said they were ready to go, and everybody was ready to go. And I mean, I don't know. I'm ready. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be real close.
Yeah, you got to look out for the guys. You got to look out for the two sophomores, Grant Graham and Cortez Seals for North Scott, and you got to look out for the two seniors for Assumption, in Vonderhaar and Daniels. It's going to be a very good. North Scott red jerseys, white lettering and silver trim, and Assumption white jerseys, red lettering and black trim. Assumption going left to right, North Scott right to left. Cortez Seals and Matt Vonderhaar to take the tip, and here we go. North Scott gets the tip, and we are underway. Grant Graham bringing it across half court for North Scott. And now swings it far side wing for Seals. Seals guarded by Schiebler, kicks it near side. Down low with Seals on the block. Guarded by Schiebler, trying to find. Drives, kicks it up top for Wilson. Wilson shot. Bang! A huge three to start the game for us. That's just how you want to get the game rolling if you're the Lancers.
And the thing I'm seeing about the North Scott offense is they still have that man down in the corner ready for that 3 at any second.
Oh, bad pass from Shebler trying to get it to Vanderhart. Knocked away, threw it off the back of Wilson as he tried looking for a pass. No communication there. And North Scott's got the ball. Playing very aggressive defense. They did come out and try running full court pressure after the make, so let's see if they keep that up all night. Well, it is Graham now with the ball for North Scott. Do you think it works in favor of North Scott if they keep up that full court pressure on defense?
I mean, you just got to be able to stay up with the tempo and keep that energy flowing and keep it moving, because once you start breaking down yourself and the pressure starts getting kind of lazy and starts getting kind of slow, then it's just easy pickings for them, you know, just sprint down, dish it off, easy layups. So if they keep the energy flowing and they keep the pressure up, it's a great tactic to go, and it's an easy way to break them down nice and early to just keep on going and punching it through.
North Scott runs a very good balanced offense offense and defense. Here's North Scott's Cortez Seals up in the paint, trying to get the turnaround J on the baseline to fall. Out of bounds, it is off of Assumption. It'll stay down here for North Scott. Seals tried that spinning baseline J to fall, wouldn't go. Seals will get the ball in for North Scott. Inbound gets Clausen on the inbounds pass. Now it is Grant Graham into the corner for Huber. Huber finds Clausen down low. Dribbles now trying to look to put it out, but Clausen goes up with it through a double team and banks it in. Good post move by the big man Clausen, who's got a 2-inch advantage over anybody on North Scott at least. So a good post move there, and they're up 5 early. Into the corner, Daniel. Daniel now up top for Schiebler. Schiebler looking for Vanderhart, backdoor not going. Now they find Billy Daniel. Daniel for Assumption. Near side, trying to find Daniel. A foul, off ball, loose ball foul called on Clausen. His first team. 6:01 to play in the first quarter. Getting the ball in is Doyle. Doyle with it now for Assumption. Looking for Vanderhart, far side corner, guarded there by Wilson. Vanderhart, Doyle. Doyle now back. Vanderhart drives baseline, draws a triple team, goes up, blocked by Clausen. Here comes North Scott. Cortez Seals trying to.
And it looks like the Lancers are trying to run a zone on the defense, but when the ball comes their side, 2-3 men go onto them, but at least a minimum of 2 guys are going on the double. So they're basically running a zone and do a double team once the ball comes to your side, which
very
smart.
Very aggressive help defense here early from North Scott. Trying to get on him here. Just trying to take the win out of Assumption Sales. Far side corner, that is Cortez Seals for North Scott. Into the corner for Wilson. Wilson, who had the first points of the game for the Lancers, up top for Clausen. Clausen near side Graham, and a foul call. Let's see what's on. I think it is on, and yes it is. Number 2. That is Nick Schiebler. They say one and then they say another. Anyway, into the corner now. A 3 on the way is good, but no shot, as there was a foul on the ground. No shot. The foul is on Vanderhart, his first team second.
Foul is on Vanderhart.
As a loose ball foul, they're going to call this one on Shebler. That's his second. So 2 early fouls on Shebler, as Evan Wadsager is going to check in for the first time. That's big for Assumption, because that takes their floor general off the court here very early.
I mean, that doesn't help you either way, going if it's your floor general or if it's just a regular man. If you got 2 fouls early with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, I mean, that breaks anybody down. You could be a shooter, a center, you could be a bench man, no matter who you are. 2 right away, back to back.
Into the corner, Huber puts it in. A huge 3 by Huber. Timeout, Coach Barr. North Scott up to an 8-0 run to start this ball game, and they are fired up here at Assumption.
I didn't see the number on that, but they were calling a push foul after the basket.
The basket does count. Let's see who this foul is on.
And it's on number 22.
Timeout, 30-second timeout for Assumption. But anyway, barring the foul, I believe it is on Assumption. Michael Naus, I believe. Yes, it is. His first team 4th. So anyway, barring that, North Scott on an 8-0 run. They're all fired up to start this one here, Marco.
And I mean, it just helps coming out like that. An 8-0 run right away, it just puts Assumption on their toes. They're playing on their heels, but it puts them on their toes because they know they need to go up. But the North Scott's coming out, and they're running through them, and they're telling them, let's go, it's go time.
So North Scott is going to get the ball back after the foul. So on this possession, they got to go. They get a chance to go up by double digits. And on the road, going up big like this early is huge for this ball club. What the ball is trying to get it in is Seals. He finds Graham. Graham with it for North Scott. Kicked into the corner. Finds his man Clausen down low. Clausen dribbles, trying to go up with it. Does. Thought he got fouled. A jump ball. It is going the other way. So almost cashing in. They had a chance. A good find there for Clausen down low, but tried that power dribble instead of going right up with it.
And that's that down low pressure we were talking about. And it looks like Assumption knows that he has 2-inch height advantage. And I mean, 2 inches seems like nothing, but if you throw in his arm height as well, you need to double him down low. And that's what they're doing, and it's been effective, but we'll have to see how that double team goes for the rest of the game.
Nice move in the paint by Daniel as Assumption breaks, sorry to interrupt, but Assumption breaks that full court pressure very nice. They find Daniel down low, he banks it in, and he's got his first 2 points, the first 2 points for Assumption on the night. 4:20 to go in the first quarter, 8-2 is the score. Clausen trying to find someone, he finds Graham up top. And a foul call that's going the other way. Moving screen on Clausen. Or excuse me, on Wilson, his first, team second. So, just like that, it's going the other way. North Scott, or Assumption, has a chance to cut into the lead. And now with the ball, Assumption, here is Vonderhaar bringing it up the floor for the Knights.
With this amount of fouls this early in the game, it's going to go down to free throws, Winkle. I can see it already coming down to free throws.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of games are usually decided by free throws, but in a game like this, you would expect that this will probably be one of those nights also as well. Now dribbling in and out is Doyle. Near side corner, he finds Wadsager. Or excuse me, that's Naus. Up top for Daniel. There's Wadsager with it for the Knights. Now a screen set up top. Wadsager drives, kicks it back, pulls it back out. Looking for Vonderhaar, backdoor, nothing going. Daniel near side corner. Daniel in the paint, draws a triple team, kicks it back up top for Doyle. Doyle now back to Daniel. Billy Daniel with it now. Drives, puts it in the post, turns into the corner. Doyle for three. Ooh, almost rattled it home. A rebound, but a foul called, I believe, on Graham. So Assumption will get the ball back. Now, Doyle almost rattled that one through, but just close, but yet so far away for the senior guard. Wadsager now gets it in for the Knights. Down by 6, 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Down low, they find Daniel. Daniel draws a double team, trying to find his guy. Tried reversing a layup, no good. Rebound, a jump ball is coming, so North Scott's going to get the ball back. And every time Daniel gets the ball inside the paint area, he's getting double, triple teamed. That's smart for North Scott.
They're about to put the whole team on him, and it's going both ways. Once it gets down low to the big man, it's getting 2 on you, 3 on you. And when you know that's coming, as a big man, it needs to click in your head. I'm gonna get that ball. It's coming. I'm dishing it out for an open jumper, but it just has to be quick, because it's coming both sides, on the Lancer side and on the Knights side.
Yeah, with the ball now near side wing is Graham, and nice backdoor find for Clausen. Clausen got fouled on the way up by Gervas. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Nice find backdoor by Graham. Found Clausen all alone, and he'll try to earn 2 at the line. And I agree with what you're saying, and that might be something that they're going to have to adjust on in a huddle here sometime, but I agree. That's something that they're going to probably want to look at, is when they get those double, triple teams in the paint, to try to find open guys, because there at least is 1, maybe even 2 guys wide open if you can find them.
And with the Lancers style of play, how they keep that one man right in the corner pocket of the 3 behind the arc, it works perfect for you. Just, dish it down low, bring that triple team, dish it back out to the corner, and just pop it, and we'll get your signature bang all night. And I mean, just they have to find it to look for, and I feel eventually they'll find it and it'll come. And once they start banging in 2 or 3 3-pointers, they'll stop that double team right away. But the Lancers will keep it up.
Oh, speaking of that right there, Billy Daniel gets the ball in the post, draws an immediate double team, and he finds the guy back door. He finds Gervas, he banks it in. Clausen hit 1 of 2 free throws on the other end, so it's 9-4 now in favor of North Scott. North Scott right now, after last Tuesday's game against Pleasant Valley, went down early. They go up early in this one. They find Huber in the corner for 3. Airballed there. Cortez Seals almost got the ball on the bounce. Nothing going there, but up the floor, here comes Doyle. Doyle pull-up shot, blocked there by Huber. Back up the floor is North Scott. Here comes Seals. Seals steps back. Now finds his man, Huber. Nice feed down low for Clausen. Clausen puts it up, banks it in. The big man's got 5 of 11, and North Scott's up 11-4. Great find down low. Now with the ball for Assumption. Clausen's going to get the foul called on him. It'll be his second here very early still.
And that's the thing about going down low with the big man and drawing that double team and that triple team. The fouls come real quick. You got 3 or 4 men scrapping that one ball. Someone's going to draw contact, and that's just going to rack the foul totals up quickly.
Yeah, it's already 5 fouls to 4 fouls. Assumption has 5 already, and we're only 6 minutes into the ball game. 11-4 is the score in favor of the Lancers. With the ball now up top for is Doyle for Assumption. Into the corner. There's Watsager. Watsager in the paint. Goes up with it. Got tipped by Huber again.
Great dribble move.
Yeah, back-to-back great possessions on defense by Huber. And now the ball seals. Up top is Huber, far side wing. Huber now dribbles it. Wait for something to happen. Kicked it into the corner now. Here's Gorsh. A 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Near side, Graham. Graham with it, guarded there by Watsager. Flips it across, now into the corner for Cortez Seals. Seals trying to work that isolation move. He's very dangerous at it. He kicks it up top, though, as they swing it around the perimeter. Seals wants it, almost got stolen away. Seals gets it back. Good defense on this possession, not giving him any chances. Here's Seals. Seals, beautiful step, moving the paint, puts it up. Won't roll, but he'll get 2 shots. And the thing me and Tanner always we talked about last week when we saw Cortez Seals, his crow hop when he gets into the paint, and his dribble step, Euro step maneuvers when he gets that isolation. Excuse me, the foul is on the ground, so they'll inbound it, but his isolation Euro step maneuvers down low are just second to none. And a traveling going to be called on Huber. It's going the other way.
And the thing about Cortez is he's not really a big man. He's not really bulky or he's not really tall, but when he gets you down low, when he starts bodying up on you, he is great at it. And it seems, and it probably feels like he's a big man, 6'7", 6'8", but it's just, that's his presence, that's his move, and that's what he does. And it works great for him, and he's just basically mastered it.
Yeah, foul there on Grant Graham, his first, team 5th.
That's a foul. Graham.
With it now as Assumption brings it up, down by 7 here in the first quarter. 1:10 to go. Into the corner now. Here's Doyle. Doyle kicks it up top, Vonderhaar. Vonderhaar, nice head fake. Now back to Doyle. Doyle into the corner, Billy Daniel. Daniel now drives into the paint, draws a double team, puts it up. Too easy there for Daniel, as Daniel just drives the middle, puts it up in the paint. He's got 4 of their 6 with under a minute to go in the quarter.
I mean, it's just amazing how strong both of these teams are playing. The Lancers are coming out pushing it. Assumption's coming out pushing it. And I mean, this margin may seem like a lot, 6-11, but it's really not. Get a few stops, get easy layups going in, and you're ready to roll back like it's 0-0. So, I mean, I'm really impressed with both sides of the ball, defense and offensive wise, for both teams, and it just looks like a great game of basketball.
Yeah, with the ball now is Graham, and it should be a good one all night. We still got a lot of ball left here with under 20 seconds to go first quarter. Looks like North Scott's going to want to hold for this final possession. Up by 5. Cortez Seals trying to work that isolation again, guarded by Doyle. Let's see if he tries to use that perfection. Under 10 to go in the quarter. Seals steps back, dribbles through the legs. Oh, nice move by Seals. Picks it in. Oh, what a move by Seals. Up the floor, knocked away at the buzzer. No shots coming, but what a move by Cortez Seals. What a first step he's got off the dribble. Makes it look so easy, the sophomore, and they're up by 7 in the quarter. What a play there by Cortez Seals.
That pullback step was the setup. Pulled him back, got him off his feet, and then took that penetration step, brought it in, 1-2, and nice little layup to give him 2 points. It's a great move. It was well placed, and like you said, the sophomore, he has a lot to grow still, and if he's doing that already.
Yeah, he plays above his ears, man. And we talked, like we were saying earlier, me and Tanner even pointed on it last week. That kid's, his first step off the dribble is just so amazing, and especially when you get through games, what he does, the way he steps back every time. He always has that one little fake to try to get the defender guessing. There will be times, too, when he'll hit that step back, and then he'll just shoot a 3 because the defender won't know if he's dribbling or he's trying to pull back for a shot, and that's just how effective that move is.
And it's so quick. It's so quick. He'll step in, he'll back out, he'll cross you real quick, he'll give you a spin move. Whatever he chooses to do, you know it's going to be a deadly move. And I like how he keeps his head up and he keeps his eyes up. He's looking right at his player. He's not letting him know what he's going to do, whether it's going to be a pass, it's going to be a move or whatever. And it just keeps his man guessing on what he's going to do because he keeps his eyes up and he's looking around, and it just, he can do a spin move to a quick pass or a spin move to get you off your step and just hit a quick J, and it's deadly what he does, and it's amazing how he plays.
So, Marco, I got to ask, what were your thoughts on that first quarter of action?
The first quarter was great. It looked good to me. The Lancers came with a little more energy. They came up with that 8-0 run it was, and they just came out there pushing the ball harder than the Knights were. But like I said, it's a great game. The ball's playing good both ways, offense and defense for both teams. And
yeah, and Daniel missed that first shot. Here's Seals, kicks it in the corner. Gumpert thought about shooting three, didn't. Draws a double team. Looking backdoor for Wilson. Good hands there by Shebler to knock it away. So no. Anyway, now kicked it around. With the ball now, here's Shebler. It's 13-6. Daniel in the post, puts it out, blocked by Seals. That's just what he can do. He's so lengthy at 6'5", and he plays like he's 6'11" out there pretty much, almost a 7-footer the way he can ball. And now Seals with the ball again. 13-6 is the score, a minute into the second quarter. Drawing a double team is Seals. Seals pretty much breaks it on his own and draws a foul.
And that's a good thing to do. When you see that double team, you need to try to draw some contact, try to get a foul to get 2 easy points. And then once you start drawing a couple fouls back to back, they're going to start breaking down that double team. So then it's just you one-on-one, and then he goes back to his bread and butter, the little penetration steps and the quick shot and release. So he's doing his thing out there.
So Seals is coming already in the bonus is North Scott. At the half, it is UT 27, Rock Island 11. Rock Island only made 2 baskets in the entire first half. I'm looking here on Twitter of the updates. They were 2 for 33 in the first half. Siobhan Brewer made both of their field goals, so that is crazy. UT up by 16 after 2 quarters of play. Anyway, action here going on. 1-on-1 for Cortez Seals. First one, the front end, no good. Rebound grab by Vonderhaar. It's something that we've seen North Scott about 3 times this year, and something that we've pointed out. The one bad game, I guess, about Cortez Seals' play is probably his free throw shooting.
And I mean, it's an impact part of your play.
Oh, nice hands by Seals as he steals it away. Seals goes up with it. Nice move. I thought he was about to try to put it down, but he faked him out and he put it into, or lays it in, so they're up 9, biggest lead of the game. And just I say something bad about Cortez, he pretty much just shuts me up by making a beautiful move to steal it and pick 6 that ball.
But I mean, as we were saying, the free throws is an important part of your game. I mean, if you're hitting free throws Steve Nash style, just going up to the line, you're clutch no matter what you get, you're going in. But I mean, that has to be your bread and butter, as well as your penetration step, as well as your jump shot.
Oh, beautiful move by Daniel. Reverse hand, puts it up and banks it in. He goes up with the left hand from the right side of the basket. He's got 6 of 8. It's 15-8. Seals draws it, or splits a double team, banks it in. What a move by Seals. He is starting to tear it up right now. He's got 6 straight for the Lancers, and it's 17-8.
And with his style of play, you have to be good at free throws. And I mean, he'll get it. He's still a young gun. It's just practice. It's just polishing your shot and working on your release. And
nice find, backdoor. Vonderhaar banks it in for Assumption.
I have faith in the young fella. He'll get it down. I believe in him.
So 17-10, Assumption looking for a stop. Cortez Seals, nice dribble drive move again, puts it up and no good. Rebound battled for and grabbed by Vonderhaar. And as a youngster, only a sophomore, when you get on a little hot streak, the thing is you don't want to pretty much shoot yourself out of the game. But now with the ball, 5:24 to go, bad pass, it's going the other way. But right now, the effect of Seals on both sides of the ball are just really playing in favor for North Scott very well right now.
And I don't see Seals playing like a younger player that you usually see in college hoops or high school hoops or even in the NBA. When you got a young guy coming in, he's trying to be the I don't want to play guy, or he's the give me the ball, I want to do everything guy. He's a team player, and like I was saying earlier before the game started, last time I watched him play, he didn't have very many points. I think he scored 4 or 6, but
actually
he was moving the ball around.
He did. He was in double figures in that game. He had some big shots, but it was kind of a slow night for him. Now Graham, nice move through a triple team, almost got it to roll in, rebound Billy Daniel. So now let's get back to it here. Under 5 to go in the second quarter, 17-10. Touchdown lead for the Lancers. With the ball, Shebler, good call there on the push-off. He tried getting that little NBA push-off in the paint, and that is 3 on Shebler. And Gervas is going to come in for Shebler. He'll sit down.
And that's bringing down their offense a lot. I haven't seen a nice play, but it looks like when he is on the court, he is their floor general. He is the guy they look for, and he's the guy that brings the team up. And you already got 3 on you. I mean, young fella, you need to do something else because they need you out there. They need you.
Down by 7 here, 4:15 or 4:45, excuse me, to go in the second quarter. Up by 7 still is North Scott. Here's Gorsh. Gorsh, nice head fake. Splits a double. He pretty much faked out a double team with a head fake, and he goes in. They're back up 9. Off the land by Gorsh. With it now is into the corner, Gervas. Gervas was wide open, and he didn't try taking the 3. Now with the ball is Wadsager. Wadsager drives in the paint, kicked into the corner for Doyle. Doyle now finds Gervas. Gervas to Wadsager. 4:10 to go. Daniel with it to Doyle. Doyle to Vonderhaar, waiting for him to finally try to get going. The big man for 3, puts it in! The big man from downtown, and it's a 6-point ball game. Pretty much got the crowd going, wasn't ready for that one.
That's big. When your big man's down low and he can lay it up, throw it down, get a couple blocks in, but he's also a threat behind the arc. That's a great move by the man. It reminds me of Raymond from UT, throwing a few down.
Now with it is Cortez Seals. Seals, nice step. Pull up Jay from the baseline. Good. Seals has 8. All 8. He scored 8 of their last 10. It's 21-13. Timeout, Coach Barr. And Cortez Seals is trying to take over right now for the guys in red in North Scott.
And that's a great thing to look forward to. When your young guy can come through and take over and drop 8 on this veteran team easily, it just shows if he can do it, why can't I do it? Let's all do it. Let's work as a unit. Let's all throw it down. Let's share the love. Let's pass it around.
And you say that it looks easy, and you're right. I mean, he scored 6 of his 8, 4 of his 8 on those crossover dribble drives, 2 points on a pick 6 pretty much, and then the other 2 was on that baseline J. And you're right, he's making it look seemingly easy out there for being a sophomore, and the kid plays out of his years like we see a lot of other guys play, especially in the Big 6, and we've seen some guys in the MAC too, but Cortez Seals has a lot to grow up into for the North Scott club.
And it's great to see a young guy like that play real well, play unselfishly, play as a team, as a role player for the team, and he can also play as a player for himself. He can do it by himself or he can do it with his team, and it's great to watch him play.
Now the ball for Assumption. Here's Daniel. Daniel with the ball finding Wadsager. Let's see if they find scoring on this possession from somebody else other than Daniel. Daniel has 9 of their 13. Nice find for Doyle. Kicks it out. Almost knocked away, but it's held in by Wadsager. Gorsh good hands there to deflect the pass. Now driving is Wadsager. Looking for Daniel down low, stolen away. He might have been looking for Gervas in the corner. Couldn't really tell. But nonetheless, here's Seals again for the Lancers. Now he finds Gumpert. Near side corner, that's Graham. Graham for the Lancers. Down or up by 8 with 2:50 and counting here left in the second quarter of action. Now Seals draws a double team. Finds Graham. Go ahead, Marco.
The Lancers are playing smart offensive basketball. They're bringing it in, dribbling. They're seeing, oh, it's not open. Let's back it out. Bring it behind the arc a little bit.
Seals in the paint, gets the roll to fall. Seals with a nice little step back, puts it back in the paint with a one-handed floater, and he gets it to fall. He has 10 of their last 12, and North Scott's up by 10. Vonderhaar for 3. No good. Rebound grabbed by Seals. A 3-on-2 chance for the Lancers, turning into a 2-on-1. Graham drives, puts it up, and banks it in. They are up 12, and North Scott is rolling right now, finding Daniel for Assumption. Daniel pull up Jay, trying to kiss it off the high part of the glass, over the back called on Ben Wilson.
Now it looks to me like, I don't mean to bash on it, but it looks like Assumption's just trying to play pass and go basketball. They're just trying to get the ball down as quick as possible to the first person and just throwing it up. And it's really doing bad for them because they're almost down double their own score, and it's not looking too good for them right now. Slow the ball down, look for your man, basically play North Scott basketball. They're looking around, looking for the open man, looking for that clean shot. And right now Assumption is just trying to run the ball down the court and just get anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, when they do take those offensive possessions, they have passed up a good amount of open shots so far in this first half. Well, the ball now into the corner for Gervas. As they swing around 2 minutes ago, 12-point deficit for the Knights. 1:55 to go second quarter. Doyle now with the ball, hands it off for Wadsager. And Assumption, when they do run their offense, they are really kind of slow and lackadaisical to try to find shots. Daniel trying to be the shot creator, kicks it out to Doyle. Doyle for 3, knocks it down, and they cut it back to 9. Good find from Billy Daniel. They are running things really through him so far in this first half. You got to think that Coach Buddy is really going to want to shut him down in the second half, because pretty much without Billy Daniel in this game, Assumption's getting really blown out. Nice move by Seals, puts it up, banks it in. He almost got the ball stolen away from him in the paint, and he puts it right back up left-handed, and he banks it in. 11-point game again. Into the corner now. Back up top. Seals has 12 of their last 15. Now with it, a foul called going the other way. North Scott's getting everything going their way right now, and they have a chance to pull away some more here with only a minute left in the first half.
Now that Assumption man looks like he's a pivot player for the Knights out there tonight. They get it to him, he moves the ball around, dishes it out. He comes back in, moves the ball around, dishes it out. Now Coach Buddy needs to either A, bring the double on him when he has the ball, or B, have the man play tight defense and bring that pressure in hard, because like you said, he's a man out there, he's doing his thing, he's doing the thing for the team, and they really do need to shut him down. And if they can shut him down and bring his presence away, it's going to be a long night as well for the Knights.
North Scott with the ball, here's Graham, but if you look at it the other way, oh, ball on the ground, nice hands by Wadsager, and a jump. If it's a jump ball, it'll stay down here for North Scott. They did not get a call. Must be a jump ball, so it'll stay down here for North Scott. But if you look at it on the contrary, you maybe think, hey, let's just have Billy Daniel get his points, not let him try to go too crazy, and just shut down everybody else, because right now that's what they've been doing. He has 9 of their 16. Under 40 to go in the second quarter, an 11-point game. North Scott, let's see if they hold for the final shot of the quarter. As Cortez Seals getting a little fancy there, bringing it between his legs without even dribbling it, almost elephant walk style. So under 25 to go, it seems like they're going to hold for the final shot. Seals going to try that isolation move again. Let's see if he can get it to work again. Down to 15 seconds. Seals standing around half court. An 11-point game again for North Scott. 10 seconds left. Seals tries drive, kick into the corner. Art for 3. No good. Rebound battled for. Vonderhaar comes up with it. Down to 3 seconds left. Vonderhaar pulls and fires. No good. And we're going into the locker room. North Scott ahead by 11. And Darko, what are your thoughts on that first half of play?
It was good play. It was great. North Scott's really impressing me tonight. They're coming out to play. They're saying we're ready to go. And it just looks like Assumption is just really not wanting it. I mean, I thought being the seniors, being their senior night, being their home floor, they're here to defend it for the last time, and they're just coming out playing lazy. It seems like they don't want it, but I feel Coach is going to go in there and say, hey guys, let's go out there, let's give it to them quick, let's put some quick points on the board, and let's show North Scott that we're still here to fight, we're still here to play, and it's not going to be so easy for them in the second 2 quarters.
All right, so after one half of play, 27-16 is the score. We'll be right back with the second half of action. This is a production of FTP Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Joe Winkle here live at Assumption Gymnasium, joined by Assumption girls basketball coach Marissa Youngblood and coach Mallory Youngblood, excuse me, I was told wrong. But anyway, thank you for joining us. Sorry about that, but thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you.
Coach, you guys are starting your postseason play here very shortly. I just want to get your take on so far your season and what you're looking forward to in the playoffs.
We're pretty happy with where things are right now. Won our conference, which was a huge goal right off the bat. So happy with where things are at and hoping we can continue a little bit of momentum into the postseason.
You guys had a good season. You guys have won 2 straight state championships, and I heard you were only a part of one. But what are your thoughts, though? Do you think that this team has a chance to possibly make a run at a 3-peat?
I mean, they definitely have a chance. I mean, this is a good group of girls that are definitely experienced. But it's going to take a lot of, luck and coming together and playing right at the right time. So definitely a lot of good teams out there in 3A. So hoping we can get hot.
If there's one team in 3A that you guys are thinking are probably wanting a matchup with to solidify that you are that team to beat, who do you think that team is probably be?
Last year in the finals we played MOC, and we played the game of our lives. But I say if we play them again, it'd be really tough. A lot of tough teams before then. Prior to that, even getting out of our region is going to be tough. But I think they're the ones that are going to have a little bit of a comeback for us.
So not a lot of people listening and stuff probably has not seen your team play. Give us a rundown on your team season thus far and what your team's play is like.
Well, we're 20-2 right now. We like to play an up-tempo type of game. We're doing a pretty good job with that. We've got a lot of experienced kids. We've got 3 kids that have started on the championship teams the last 2 years, so they kind of hold things together for us. Our guard Danielle Moore is just a leader out there on the floor that kind of controls what's going on the floor, and then we got Kate Finley, who's knocking down threes all the time, and Haley Schnaden, who's done a fantastic job down low for us.
Speaking of that, having 3 players that have been on the team since sophomore year, winning 2 championships, I'm assuming that must make you feel pretty good as a coach, realizing, hey, I got 3 players that I can throw out there, and they know what they're doing, and they can lead this team.
I know last year it was comforting, them already being in the situation and me being in it for the first time, so it's definitely nice to have kids like that are comfortable in that situation and been there.
Yeah, and speaking of that, how much, in your mind, how much does that just make your job easier, speaking for the fact that you could just have those senior leaders out there and pretty much, obviously you still got to coach them up a lot, but knowing that they can be the floor generals out there for you? Yeah,
I walked into a pretty good situation with the kind of kids we have. They are just fantastic leaders, good role models, not only just for the team out there we have, but our program growing up. So they're a pretty good group of kids to have.
One last question, and speaking of that, and going forward for this team, you have those 3 players that'll be graduating after this postseason run, trying to go for a 3rd straight championship. But looking forward, how do you see this team in the years coming up?
We got a bright future ahead too. Losing as many seniors as we have, I think it'll be a learning curve for a while, but we got a sophomore team that went 20-1 this year, so they had a fantastic year, and we got some juniors right now that are really proving themselves to be good players.
All right, guys, thanks for listening again. That was Coach Youngblood, and good luck in the postseason.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Joe Winkle here live at Assumption Gymnasium on the campus of Davenport Assumption High School. This is a production of FTP Sports. Alongside me, Marco Villagomez. After 2 quarters of play, North Scott leads 27-16. Very impressive outing from Cortez Seals in that first half. He scored 12. He has 12 points, and all 12 were 12 of their last 16. Marco, what were your thoughts on that first half?
It was great basketball. I like how they both came out and played tough. It looks to me like the Lancers are here to win it more than the Knights are. I mean, like I said before the break, it's the Knights senior night. I felt that they were going to come out and say, this is our court, this is our last night here tonight. It's time to come out and show these guys what we're made of, and come out and put a show on for your city, for your team, and everything. But it just looks like they're coming out and they're not ready to play. But I have a feeling that Coach went in and said, you know what, guys, let's go and let's show North Scott that we're not out yet. We're not tapping out.
Yeah, if you're Coach Barr, what are adjustments you're going to want to make going in for for Assumption?
If I was coach, I'd tell my guys, let's look down low. They're bringing that double team. They're bringing that triple team. Let's get it down low, pivot out real quick, and dish it out for an easy J. And let's just keep working that until they stop bringing that pressure.
And we talked about that with both guys, both big men down in the paint. If they draw that double or triple team, they should try to dish it out. But Billy Daniel, the big story for Assumption, he's got 9 points. But pretty much that's all of Assumption's offense right now ran through him. But anyway, we get the second half underway. As a pass down low and Seals steals it, thrown out of bounds. It's got to be off Doyle, and it is. Cortez Seals already making his name heard.
And there was that
in
double
the start
team.
Of the second half.
Double team with a quick steal, 7:44, and you already got a turnover and you're ready to go. That's that double team pressure. You got to get it off quick and let's go.
Trying to up this 11-point lead, their biggest of the game. North Scott got out to a 8-0 lead to start this one. They have not looked back. Graham draws a double team, dribbles through it. Graham kicks it up top for Huber now. As they swing it, Graham up top finds Seals. Seals, who's got 12. Backing out, drawing a double team. They find Clausen. Clausen, if he could have held on to that pass, pretty much would have had a basic 3-on-1 opportunity. Clausen might have got away with a shove, but nonetheless, into the corner for Graham.
The fans did not like that at all. They did not like that. And
yeah, we had about 3 behind us that
it just shows the support of the family of the team. But I mean, it's just ball. Let them play.
Oh, bad pass knocked away. It's stolen away by Daniel. Billy Daniel for Assumption goes up with it. Can't get it to fall. Rebound and a foul called over the back on Shebler. And it looked like Shebler kind of pushed him when he was on the ground, but that's 4 on Shebler. Wadsager now.
And that's what I'm saying. Just look at this team. Look at their facial expressions. Look at the crowd. Listen to everybody. This man getting fouls, getting sat out 99% of the game. It's not their team. That's not how they play. They need him. He's their presence. He's their general. He's their player. And the fans don't like it. The coach doesn't like it. The team doesn't like it.
That was a good call. He went over the back on there and pretty much dragged Ben Wilson to the ground.
The refs doing their job.
It looks like now Cortez Seals. Here's a 3 on the way by Huber. Bang! A big 3 by Huber, and they're up by 14. A 30-16 ball game. Who would have thought North Scott would have came in on the road at Assumption on their senior night and been playing this lights out through two and quarters and some change. What a game so far by North Scott, and Coach Buddy's got his ball team going tonight.
It looks like that shot's so easy for him. He just steps up and
especially how far. And that was almost from NBA range how far out he was. Nice 2 in the paint by Daniel. He's got 11. Well, that was deep by Huber, and that's one of those 2 guys that Coach Buddy says has the green light at all costs. Here's Wilson now. Thought about the 3, didn't pull it.
It has to be the shoes. I'm gonna get me a pair because if I can shoot threes like that, it has to be the shoes.
It's Michael Jordan's 50th birthday, and on Sports Center they were talking about how the Air Jordans became a legendary brand. It must be that kind of week, right? I mean,
there it is. Yeah.
So anyway, with the ball, they're trying to find Seals. Good off-ball defense on Seals, trying to prevent him the ball. Kind of shoves Doyle away. He draws a double team. Seals gets in the paint, puts it up, and no good. Rebound. Nice tip in by Clausen. Clausen goes over, pretty much almost outside the paint area, flies into the paint area and gets the nice little tip in, puts in a shot on the other end by Doyle. Cortez Seals with great defense on Doyle. A 14-point advantage, matching their largest lead just about a minute ago. 5 to go in the third quarter. Finding Graham. Grant Graham with the ball. 2 points on the night for the sophomore guard.
And they're playing double team defense on Seals whenever he has the ball. And just like when you're throwing it down low, you got to look for that open man right away. And
nice find here off the double team as Wilson gets it to roll.
There it is.
Wilson, a baseline J, as Cortez Seals drew the double team. He found Grant Graham, and Graham very eager, and he passed it down low. Timeout called by Coach Barr. A 16-point ball game as North Scott is firing on all cylinders. Here so far, as Assumption pretty much looks like they did, as it's a 7-2 run to start the second half.
And I was saying how the fouls are going to lead to free throws, which are going to help both teams. But it just seems like the fouls are just helping the Lancers tonight. The Knights are coming out, and their big man, number 12 down low, is just drawing foul after foul after foul. And it doesn't help him, and it doesn't help their team, and it just brings their team morale down. It just brings the squad down. And, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like without his presence, they're just not the team they're supposed to be. And it's kind of sad to think about that one player is the whole focus of your team, the whole focus of your squad, and the feeling that your squad has on the court. I mean, I understand when he's out there you feel a little more better, but even if he's on or off the court, you have to come out and play your game no matter what.
Quick update here after 3 quarters. United Township 42, Rock Island 29. And right now, UT trying to pull off a huge upset in the Peoria Richwoods Regional. So
it looks like both UT coaches are coming out. Schultz is saying let's go, and Polite winning those 2 games back to back and saying let's go. But we're looking forward to Friday. I hope you guys can follow in and listen to us on Friday, and we'll be out there. Hopefully I can join Joe to broadcast the game, but I'm hoping on it.
Yeah, UT, make sure you join us on Friday. United Township will play at home against the Galesburg Silver Streets. That's a joint venture, UTTV and FTP Sports Production. And also on Thursday, make sure you join myself and Tanner Rowe for another edition of FTP Sports Talk. That's on Thursday, and the UT game on Friday. Hope you guys can listen in for those 2 events. And here's a 3 by Daniel. No good. And Daniel, I think he's trying to settle too much for that outside J. Here comes Seals, as on a couple possessions, he's really taking it. Now Seals drives baseline, up and under move. Can't get it to fall. Really forced there by Seals. Not liking that shot. Now into the corner for Billy Daniel. Daniel in the paint, puts a shot up, got it to fall as he banks it in. Back down to 14. 3-quarter court, 2-2-1 pressure here by Assumption. They find Graham. Graham to Clausen. Creighton Clausen with it for North Scott. 34-20 is the score. 3:45 to go third quarter. Joe Wink alongside of me, Marco Villagomez. This is a production at FTV Sports. I want to thank everybody listening in. Here's Clausen, swings it for Graham. Into the corner for Huber. Guarded by Vonderhaar. Huber now drives the paint. Draws a double team. Huber pivots, trying to find an open guy. Into the corner now for Clausen.
And they're bringing that double pressure on everybody.
Here's a three, a long three by Huber. Got it from downtown again. It's a 17-point game. A huge three by Huber. What a shot. That's back-to-back threes. A nice bounce or baseline pass. Foul called. Vonderhaar go to the line from two, but another big three by by Huber.
They might as well just give him 6 points on those because those are so deep and it's just so easy. It's like a layup. He's thinking, might as well just shoot it. Throw it up, cash money, nothing but net. And I love your bang call. I love hearing it. I'm ready to hear it some more tonight. And it's so easy. He's so clutch, and most players, their bread and butter is the layup or the inside J or whatever. But his bread and butter is the deep three.
This guy's is the 20 to 22 foot three-pointer.
It's amazing. It's amazing how he's so consistent. He's so good at it. He's not like one of those players that's like, all right, maybe now I'll hit it. 1 out of 5. 2
and he's
out of 7.
consistent. He's really consistent on it. That's huge. As Vonderhaar, it's 2 from the line. Finally, a Matt Vonderhaar sighting tonight. He's only got 4. As Vonderhaar really tentative to take shots, but yet they haven't really found him on the inside. Here's Huber going up with it, and no shot as a timeout called by Coach Buddy. Not liking the offensive production there. He gets in Cortez Seals' face. And Coach Buddy, a very good ball coach, not liking the production there on the offensive side of the ball.
And I mean, that's what you have to do. If you have a role player on the field, you have to rely on him to get your players moving, to get your players going where they're going, to get your players, you need to get up to your guys' face and say, you need to do this, you need to get here, you need to go there, and we need to do this. And that's what Coach Buddy's looking for into his players, into Cortez Seals. And I think that's Grant that he's also telling to step it up. But I mean, that's what you have to expect in your players. That's what you have to especially expect into your point guard.
So 37-22 is the score. 3:01 to go.
But they're still playing good. They've been consistent. It's been wire to wire. They've been doing real good. They've been playing great basketball. But I guess Coach Buddy's looking for a bigger margin. He's wanted to drop 60 tonight. But
yeah, Coach Buddy always has his team trying to fire him up to get him. He always wants more, and that's something you like to see from him. I think especially at the high school level, you like seeing coaches that are aggressive to go after wins.
And that's good to see out of a coach. I mean, you have the respect when you're up by, 40, 30, you kind of slow it down. But when he knows it's close and they have more to give, he gives it and he pushes it and he tells his guys, let's go, let's put some more points up. Come on, that's what we're here for.
Huber whirly-birds it around pretty much dribbling around the entire arc. Patrick Kane, NHL style, basically. Into the corner, Gould for 3. Bang! Nothing but net. The net didn't even move on that 3. They cut it to 12, and Assumption's starting to get things going a little bit. North Scott trying to break the press. Seals into the paint, up and under move, and traveling called. Assumption's starting to feel it, don't you think?
It's starting to turn around. The momentum's starting to spin. It's starting to go towards Assumption, and it's okay. I mean, they're gonna have to make a few stops, score a few points, and I mean, if the game keeps going like this, I feel Assumption's starting to get a run up, start bringing the score, bringing it closer. But I don't know, my boys North Scott, they're pleasing me tonight. They're doing what they're doing.
They got a lot of ball game left. Shebler in the game with 4 fouls. That's something we got to watch out for. Here's Daniel in the paint on the block. Tried drawing the charge as Daniel double dribbles. And Davenport tried that NBA flop to try to draw the charge. Ref wasn't buying it, but he does get Daniel to double dribble, so North Scott gets the ball back. 2 to go in the third quarter.
And it's rare to see this man end so early with 4 fouls.
Oh, into the stolen away by Vonderhaar. Vonderhaar for 3, blocked by Seals. Vonderhaar gets it back on the baseline now, swinging it as Shebler. But yeah, I agree with you. Very, very questionable to see him this early still with a lot left in the ball game with 4 fouls, but they really do need him out there on the floor. Here's Watzegger now, finding Shebler.
And I feel like, as we were saying about the momentum and how it's starting to spin, the momentum's going. Let's get our man out there that gets our team going, and let's keep it building. Let's keep it growing.
And let's just hope he doesn't get a 5th foul.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. So with under a minute and a half to go, here's Shebler. Assumption trying to get things going. Here's a 3 on the way by Watzegger. Rolling around, nothing going. Rebound grab by Seals. Let's see if the sophomore can try to get a momentum-stopping play here for the Lancers. He finds Seals. Seals left wide open at the top of the key. Fakes the shot twice. Goes up with it. And counted. And the foul. And talk about a momentum-changing play. He had an open jump shot, and he used that little hesitation step to draw him off. He ends up drawing the defender, goes right around him, puts it up in the lane with the floater, and he gets the 2 to fall and the foul. So at 14, with a chance to make it 15 to try to put him back up 15.
And that's my infamous finesse move. You need to draw the contact, and you still need to finish it in, and that's what he did. And he makes the free throw to make it a 3-point play. Just a great move to stop the momentum.
So 15 points by number 15 to put him up 15. Under a minute to go here in the quarter. Nice move blocked by Gumpert, but a foul called as Wadsager went up for the 2. I do not believe the foul is on Gumpert, though, as Gumpert got all ball on that block. Let's see who the foul is on. It is on number 20, Eric Huber, as Gumpert got a lot of orange on that swat. Graham coming in now, or coming back for North Scott. They try to get it in. They find Wadsager. Fans wanted a foul as Graham got a lot of jersey there. Here's Daniel, draws a triple team. Doyle in the corner for 3, got tipped by Graham, and he hits it! I thought Seals, a 3 right in the eye of Cortez Seals. I thought Seals got a piece of that ball.
It looked like it did.
And it still went in. Here's Graham now on the fast break opportunity as they break the press.
I gave it a kind of awkward spin once he tipped it, but
yeah,
it either guided it in or it just, really didn't do anything to his shot. But a great shot with the pressure in his face, and I mean, that's what you like to see out of your man, that you're giving it down low all the time.
Graham draws the foul, driving the paint. He'll go to the line and shoot, or let's see if it's on the ground.
And it'll be on the ground.
It is on the ground, so they'll inbound it under the hoop. That is the 3rd team foul, 2nd foul on number 20. That is Peter Doyle, but yeah, Doyle got that. I thought Seals got a piece of that, and it still went in. Man, what a shot from Doyle. He must have shot that thing pretty hard. He's a 3 in the corner by Huber. Answers, bangs it home with a big 3 there to put it right in his face. Under 15 ticks on the clock. Assumption's going to need a big play here to end the quarter.
I didn't think the All-Star game was this early. It looks like a 3-point contest out there.
Yeah, no
kidding. It looked like a ball
Under
game.
5, Daniel with it, down to 2. They got to put a shot up, blocked by Seals, and they're going to go up and they're up 15 after 3 quarters.
And it's good to see that they're still out there trying, the little engine that could, huffing and puffing, trying to get it up, trying to bring the lead down a little bit. But it's good to see that they're trying, because nobody wants to watch a game where you're down by 15 and you're just like, you know what, let's not even go no more. But they're saying, we're still here, we're going to try to do what we can, and we're going to put a show on tonight. And let's hope they can keep it up. They're bringing the lead down a little bit, and they're getting it going. They'll get it.
I never thought I would have heard the Thomas the Train reference at a high school basketball game. But welcome to FTP Sports, ladies and gentlemen. That's the diversity we bring here.
I mean, I didn't know what would you say besides the little engine that could? 'Cause that's what I imagine. I see them as a little engine trying to huff and puff to get over that mountain, and once they hit that peak, they're just gonna coast on down and just finish the game off with an easy 2-point win.
Oh baby! All right. So anyway, let's get a breakdown here. We're about to start the 4th quarter. It is 43-28 in favor of North Scott. So right now, pretty much, who's your uncontainable game been so far through 3 quarters of play?
My uncontainable game going for the Lancers, I'd either give it to Cortez Seals or I'd give it out to my man behind the arc, Eric Huber. He's been hot. They've been looking for him. Every shot he's been hitting, he's been connecting. He's been answering back and slowing the momentum down. And now going for Assumption, I'm going to either have to give it to the big man down low who's been working out a little bit, or to that man, I don't know his name, I'm sorry to say, but he's been answering as well, making shots contested, making shots wide open. But like I said, it either to Cortez Seals or Eric Huber for the Lancer side.
Now the ball here's North Scott getting the ball to start the 4th quarter of action. 15-point deficit, and we talked right when North Scott Seals drives, nice feed for Gumpert as North Scott trying to work some clock. They find Gumpert baseline, comes up, blocked by, as it is a block by Nouse, but a foul called. So going to the line and shooting to his Gumpert. But anyway, when they hit that 3, when I believe it was Gould, or no, excuse me, it was Peter Doyle for Assumption. He hit that 3, and we said that North Scott needs a run stop, or pretty much a momentum stopper, as Gumpert hits the first of 2. That three by Huber was pretty much that momentum stopper.
That was huge. He scores one. He says, all right, I can answer back. Drains another one in him, and it kind of slows you down to know, I just banged in a three, and then now they banged one in on us. It kind of slows you down. If you can hit 2 or 3 in a row without that man answering back, that starts building you up. That starts moving you. Nice move. Draws the foul.
In the paint, Vonderhaar draws the foul. 2 shots coming. 17-point game. Biggest lead of the night for North Scott. They've led so far from start to where we are now. A big game for North Scott, trying to take over second place overall in the conference. First shot is no good from Vonderhaar. They still have a home meeting with Bettendorf after they did get trounced on the road at Bettendorf by 36, but that game they were playing out without Grant Graham.
And seeing him play for the first time, for me at least, it looks like he's playing good. He's a good man out there. He's a role player to me. He's doing well. He's moving around. He's looking for the open pass. He's getting open to be the open pass, and he's playing well.
Yeah, you would think Grant Graham is a guy that, but he's still trying to get back in the swing of things after his injury. Other than this, he is a very high productive player. Here's a pull-up J by Graham, and nothing but net there. Talk about a Grant Graham sighting. Right, Johnny on the spot pretty much. He must have been hearing us. They go up by 18. Biggest lead of the night. And Grant Graham really still trying to, this is only his 3rd game back after that injury, and he's really trying to just get his feet back under him after he was out for over a month. Daniel for 3 again, rattles it home. The big man has 16, and the big man connects again from behind the arc.
And you say he's just trying to get his feet under him. He's playing great right now. I don't want to see what he's going to do when he gets his feet under him. I'd be scared to guard him.
Yeah, and we saw him the first time we saw this team this year. Oh, a nice skip pass to Huber. Huber in the corner, thought about shooting the 3. Nice head fake, kicked around. Here's Gumpert. Gumpert finds Seals, but the first time we saw North Scott play is here. Seals drives the paint, goes up with it, and banks it in, and the foul is Seals with a nice little Euro step cross move. Banks it in. He's got 17, and what a night for the sophomore guard, Cortez Seals for North Scott.
And that double team, it looks like they're trying to guard him, to his left and his right, and he's just
he goes right down the middle of it.
Exactly, just going in between their legs, basically. Just runs down the middle and just draws the foul and one, and he banks in the free throw to make it a 3-point play, and it's just what he does, and it's working out great for him. And it's helping out their game.
On the ground as it got deflected by Huber. Seals comes up with it for North Scott. Seals drives, almost stolen away on the other end. Seals finds Gumpert looking for Huber. He finds it in the near side corner. Anyway, as ball knocked away and stolen, here comes Assumption. Bad pass, almost hit a little kid under the basket.
Got them reflexes.
And she walks it off. She walks it off, shake it off, rub some dirt on it. She's like, that don't faze me. Oh, anyway, but we're talking about Grant Graham. The first time we saw him this year was at the Illinois Iowa Shootout. Myself and Tanner were there calling that game. They played Galesburg, and Grant Graham had 18 points in that ball game, so Grant Graham very effective.
I mean, he's playing great tonight. He only has 4 points for the team tonight, but I mean, that really doesn't matter. He's moving around. He's cut moves, setting screens, being open, looking for the open man. It's great to see a man play like that. You don't have a lot of points, but you still keep your head up. You're still there, and you're producing for your team.
Yeah, he's a shot creator too. Also, and I mean, he creates shots for himself and also for other players. Now the ball, Hubert, really just trying to milk some clock, up by 18, and a traveling violation called on Huber. Daniel checks back in.
Now Cortez Seals' move is the penetration step drive and then little layup. And it looks like that Grant Graham plays kind of like a James Harden. He brings his man in pressure tight, does a little cut move and just pops up the J real quick because he's that quick and it's working for him and it looks good. And like you said, he's trying to get his feet under him after being out for so long due to an injury, which is, bad to hear about anybody,
Nice baseline move by Vonderhaar, banks it in.
But I'm ready to see him play when he's at full health. He has his feet under him. He's ready to play, but I'm excited. He's doing good tonight, very impressive. And, I mean, like I said, I'm excited to see him play at full health.
Graham now finds Huber. Quick update, under 2 minutes to play. UT up by 13, 57-44 against Rock Island. So UT closing in on a huge upset in that regional at Richwoods, and that'll be big. And I'm sure they'll be pumped up at school tomorrow about that one when we go back. So, but nonetheless, we got 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. 16-point advantage. North Scott just trying to close this one out and pick up a huge road win. Here's Graham, foul called on Daniel.
As you were saying about the Lady Panthers tonight winning against Rocky, it's a big thing winning against the Rocky boys or the Rocky girls. I mean, Rocky is just a great basketball team. They have a great program, coaches, both female and male coaches, and if you can beat them, you know you're doing something right, and it just gives you that boost to say, we beat Rocky, let's go.
Nice pass down low on the inbound for Seals. He does draw the foul, though, so that is the 7th team foul. They're in the bonus. 1-and-1 coming. Let's see if Seals can connect, trying to find the 20 mark here in this one.
And you were talking about Seals' free throw game. I don't know if he's missed one. I haven't seen it, but
he missed a front end of a 1-and-1 earlier.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I remember now. He did. But he's been on it so far. Let's see if he can keep it up right now.
So the front end of the 1-and-1 by Seals is good. But yeah, UT and Rock Island, talk about that real quick. Rock Island in that regional, the girls team had a very capable team, very capable of running for a state championship. The second one by Seals, no good, as Graham battling for the rebound almost got thrown back into the basket. Oh man,
kind of tossed up there, but
that almost looked like a Sherman tip-in from Notre Dame in that 5 OT game the other night, but nonetheless kicked into the corner. Now up top for Doyle.
I heard you talking about Siobhan Brewer for the Lady Rocks.
Oh, a block there by Huber, foul called.
For the Lady Rocks, and she's the main player. She's the Cortez Seals of the Lady Rocks, and just hearing that she's only made 2 baskets, it's kind of, something has to be off. They're not ready to play tonight, but I give props to my girls for my school, and I mean, a win's a win, and whether they're ready or they're not, you have to take advantage of it, and it always feels good to get a win against a great team.
Yeah, trying to get more on this as we can. But anyway, with 4:08 left here, it is a 16-point game still. At the line is Daniel. His second one is good as he hits 1 of 2. Full court pressure here in the corner. Graham is trapped, out of bounds. It'll stay down here for Assumption.
Graham's not liking that call. He's saying on me.
Very close. Very close. He got double teamed in the corner. Very close. Call could have went either way.
I mean, you got to play it. Coaches, I mean, the refs say it, the refs call it, so just
here's a 3 again by Daniel. Got it! He is 3 of 3 behind the arc. He's got 19. With 4 minutes to go, North Scott's got to keep things going, but there's a lot of ball game left. It's a 12-point deficit. Foul called on Wadsager. 1-on-1 coming for Grant Graham.
There's full court pressure. If Assumption can keep it up, stay strong, keep the energy and momentum going, it's going to break down the Lancers, and it's going to be pretty difficult to keep the roll going, as it is 39-51 right now, only down by 12. I mean, if they keep that double team up, that full court pressure, and they keep it up strong, they could pull an upset right now, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens in the final 3 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it is now a 13-point game as he hits the front end. Second one is up and good, so it is back to 14. Timeout, Coach Buddy. So right now, if you're Coach Buddy for North Scott, what are you telling your guys as you're trying to seal this win up here with under 4 minutes to play?
First off, I'd start by saying, great job, guys, but we're better than this. There's 3 minutes left. That's still a lot of time. 3 minutes, you can do a lot in 3 minutes. You could run a marathon. You can do a lot of things. If you're Lance Armstrong, you could Tour de France 5 times. 3 minutes, that's a lot of time in basketball. And so what I would say is, let's slow the ball down. Let's try to milk some clocks, and let's look for those open, easy shots. They can't just be throwing it up, banking it off the rim, banking it off the backboard, getting bad shots, because if they're going trips and not scoring, and Assumption's coming up and scoring 2s, or they're getting it to the big man behind the arc and they're dropping 3s because he's 3 for 3 behind the arc. He's hot right now. If they're coming back and they're scoring while the Lancers are not, it's going to be a long night, and they're going to catch up.
I want to meet this guy that can run a marathon in 5 minutes.
His name's Marco Villagomez.
Okay. Nice backdoor pass for Shebler, and a no-shot traveling called on Shebler. I don't know about that one, boys.
Fans not liking it. Fans not liking it at all.
As we have...
And we see that Assumption is keeping up that full court pressure, but now they're not keeping up the double team. Cortez Seals breaking the double team again, bringing the double team. He's moving the ball around, dishes it off to Grant Graham.
Graham with the ball now for North Scott, 3.5 to go, fourth quarter. A 14-point deficit. Here's Gumpert for the Lancers. Into the corner. Huber's got the 3 on the way. Oh, rattled off the rim. Nice rebound by Seals. Goes up with a foul called. Oh, almost got it to fall.
No finesse.
No finesse.
But I mean, he's been doing good. He draws the contact, he moves his body, gets it off again, and even if it doesn't go in, at least you hit the rim, at least you got the backboard, at least you're close. But you got to hit these free throws, and this is where you're saying that his free throw game is kind of off right now. Let's see what he can do for his team.
Free throws down the stretch here can ice it. Here's the first by Seals. Money.
Good.
Score. He hits the front end of the, or he hits the first of two. That puts him up to 20 on the night. Second one is up and good, so he's got 21. This just in, UT pulls off the big upset at the Richwoods Regional. They beat top 5 state ranked Rock Island 63-52. Congratulations to Coach Siltz and the girls basketball team at UT. Foul down low called on Seals. That's his first, but congratulations, Coach Siltz. Well deserved, as they're going to have a regional final against the top-ranked team, and they doesn't get any easier, as now they have the top-ranked team in Class 4A in Peoria Richwoods, but I believe they can contend with them. They did beat number 2 ranked Champaign Centennial earlier this year, so that's 2 wins for Coach Schultz against top 5 teams in Class 4A in the state. So congratulations to Coach Schultz on the win against Rock Island.
And I mean, like we were saying about Rocky and being a great team, it's just a momentum, it's just that big push.
Almost over the back call, but you're right, we'll get more on that later. And 3:05 to go as Daniel eclipses the 20-point mark. He hits 20, so it's 55-40. What is the score? Under 3 to go in the fourth quarter. Joe Wink alongside of me, Marco Villagomez. I want to thank everybody joining us here.
You got the Lancers milking some clock, like I said. They're just passing the ball around, moving it around, keeping it behind the arc. And I'm really waiting for that wide open man to get that easy jump shot. And loose ball picks it up.
Loose ball, but a traveling going to be called on Huber.
Then they called out of bounds. When he got the ball, it came down and stepped his heel barely on the line, but
okay, yeah.
Tomato.
Potato. Anyway, it is going the other way for Assumption. If you're Assumption, what do you think they're going to try to do here in this final 2:40, down by 15?
Down by 15. Let's look for a man behind the arc, knock in 4 threes, and just catch us up real quick.
Foul called on the ground, 1-1, and 2.5 to play, down 15. You got to hit. These are 2 must-make free throws here for Assumption to just try to slice this lead down as much as they can. And
it has to start with defense. Assumption needs to keep the defense up and have the Lancers go and play the ball down and not score, and then come up and score. Play great defense again. Have them just keep going with scoreless drives, and
yeah, they're going to really have to. They're going to have to get a stop almost on every trip down. First one by Watsager, the front end, no good, and rebounded by Gumpert. That's big for the Lancers, and timeout called. Gumpert, the heads-up play to call the timeout. As we have some fans trying to file out for the exits here with 2.5 to go. North Scott just trying to hold on for a big win. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. But congratulations to Coach Schultz and UT. They play a regional final game at Peoria.
High school.
We got a listener in Travis Noyd listening in saying his marathon time was 3 hours and 55 minutes. So, Marco, I don't know if your 5-minute marathon's really liable, my man. Anyway, congratulations to UT, and tough one again against another top 5 team that Coach Schultz is going to try to get to knock down, and the number 1 team in 4A in Peoria Richwoods. Girls basketball, the regional final is Thursday. We'll probably be updating that, myself and Tanner. Hope you guys can join us Thursday for FTP Sports Talk. And then Friday night, I will be either joined by West of Us or Marco Villagomez. Pretty much a flip of a coin. We'll see. And basically, but on Friday, as United Township tries to keep their little momentum winning streak alive against Galesburg.
As I was saying about the girls beating Rock Island, it's just a big momentum. It's just a big push. It's saying, we beat Rock Island. What does Peoria have that they don't? Let's go out there and do the same thing. Let's shut them down. Let's score big. And like Kevin Garnett likes to say, anything is possible.
Yeah, and the thing, as they get the ball in, trying to break the full court pressure, under 2.5 to go. Real quick, last thing we'll talk about on that, and it's like in postseason play, it's really about who gets hot at the right time. And I'm sure you'll agree with me on that. Anyone listening can agree with me on that. So anyway, 15-point game, 2 minutes to go in the fourth. With the ball now is North Scott. Into the corner now. Trying to find someone open. Here is Huber as that's Gorsh, he traveled.
And that's as I was saying. The great defensive pressure, making them make simple, easy little mistakes that will just make them go and get non-scoring drives that'll let Assumption come and score big and just keep the lead going. There's 2 minutes left in this fourth quarter play, and let's see what they can do and see if they can bring down this deficit and just try to score some points on the board and bring it to a closer margin.
Doyle now drives up top for Shebler. Shebler for three. Bang! Shebler for three. Timeout, Coach Barr. He's got one timeout left. And if you got to start somewhere, right? There was a 5-possession game. They cut it down to 4. As Shebler finally finds the scoreboard and anything other than fouls. So now let's see. Assumption was starting to get things going when they were going to the well with that full court pressure a little bit earlier. Now let's see if they can keep it up here with under 1:50 to play.
I kind of feel that it's a little too late. It's just, well, too little, too late. It's just, with 1:49 left to play and you're down 12 digits. I mean, it's not that much of a lead. It's not that much of a deficit. But I mean, I just feel that the Lancers are going to come out and they're gonna play and they're gonna score 2 for 3 or 3 for 2, or it's just gonna kind of keep going as they're rising up. It's gonna be like, I don't know how to explain it.
But yeah, I get what you're saying, and that's the thing. And this is where you want to put your guys on that can hit free throws, because in situations like this, when it's a close game with under about 2 minutes to go, you're gonna get fouled. Big guy, when you got good free throw shooters out there, this is pretty much where they can ice the game, is at the charity stripe.
If I was Assumption, I would try to force the 3-ball for a 2-ball, or I would just force a no-ball for anything that they can score, because they need to score and they need to play tight defense and they just need to come out and play. But let's see what happens as they inbound it to Cortez Seals.
Seals breaks the press all by himself pretty much as Daniel fouls him. So Seals will go to the line 1-1. Kind of shaky from the line tonight has been Seals.
That was a ball on Billy Daniel. Seals at the line.
Excuse me, double bonus coming, so he will have 2 shots. The first from Seals is up and no good, so it stays at a 12-point game.
And as you were saying, the free throws are the icing on the cake. It'll ice the game. It'll put the final nail on the board. It'll just finish it all off. And if you're not making your free throws as a team, as one person, as anything, it's kind of hard to keep a lead going. And
Seals hits the second. He's got 22.
Just free throws are key to any game of basketball, and you have to polish those moves for yourself.
Here into the corner is Wadsager. Wadsager forces a 3. No good. A rebound grab by Huber, and he just wisely pulls it back. He finds Seals. And Seals now, nice crossover move, just trying to break the pressure. Fouled by Wadsager, and Seals will go to the line. And pretty much 2 here is really going to just end this game. Would put him back up 15 if he can hit both. And the man of the night pretty much for North Scott, getting it done on every aspect of the floor. At the moment, 22 points, about 6 boards, a couple blocks, couple steals, outstanding layups that have got the crowd going.
He's been playing great tonight. He really impressed me tonight.
As the first one is good, and here's something for you. No 3s taken by this kid, and this kid, the majority of his shots are very, very high percentage.
And that's great to be just as a sophomore and having high percentage shooting, being a good scorer, an elusive scorer, a scorer that can always score, that's always there, that's always on it. And just knowing that he hasn't shot 1 3 tonight, he's been very accurate. It helps you out just that much more.
Now in the paint, Vonderhaar almost got blocked by Seals, but Seals really pretty much forced that shot to go awry. As Seals has 24, it's a 15-point game, and Cortez Seals now with the ball with under 1:05 to go. As fans filing for the exits, foul called on Shebler. That's his 5th. He is done on senior night.
Foul called on Shebler.
A great outing here tonight as Seals going to the line again. So the first one from Seals is up and good. And I'll tell you right now, going into postseason play in a couple weeks, this right here by North Scott, after losing a close one at home to Assumption, to come out here and thump them on their home floor, this is a statement, my man.
And Coach Barrett bringing in his reserves, he's basically saying, that's it. He's like, we played hard, we played good. I mean, there's nothing really else we can do. We got the Lancers bringing in their reserves as well, and they're just basically going to leave it down to their
Assumption, though.
Squad.
Assumption bringing in all their reserve seniors on senior night, so that's good by Coach Barr to get all his seniors one last home touch on the floor. And What a performance tonight by North Scott. Seals at the line. His second is up, and it is good. And he will exit the game. Cortez Seals, by far, will be our primetime performer of the night. He exits the game with 26 points. What a night for the sophomore guard. Just an outstanding ball game by him tonight, from start to finish. Well, under a minute to play. North Scott with it here is Bush, or excuse me, Assumption with it, Bush. New bar back to Bush with under 50 to go. Bush wild shot in the paint, no good. Rebound grabbed, puts it back up, and no good on the layup. Rebound battled for, and pushing it now is North Scott into the corner with under 35 to go. Nice reverse layup, banks it in by Adam Albers.
And as I was saying, it was too little too late. The motivation was great. It helped them out a lot, but it took too long to get it. If they could have got it early in the third, it would have been a great push, would have helped them out a lot. But the momentum, the push, the pressure, the scoring, it came too late for Assumption tonight.
Yeah, you're right. And you're right. That pretty much nails it. Too little, too late. So under 5 seconds to go, North Scott's going to improve to 19-2 on the season, 13-2 in conference play, and Assumption will fall to 15-5 and 12-3 in conference play. North Scott wins 62-55. Wait. No. And like I said, a 17-point victory for North Scott tonight. Big win for the Lancers. Like I said, man, this is a statement win to come on to beat a 3A ranked, one of the top 10 teams in the state of Iowa, and Assumption on their home floor, and come out and thump them like they did tonight. And they led wire to wire. And Marco, what were your thoughts on this one?
It was a great game by North Scott. They came out, scored right away, just, knocked in those shots, went for an 8-0 run, and they basically came out and told Assumption, it's your night tonight, but it's really our night. We're going to come out and play hard. We're going to come out and play strong. And Assumption was caught on their heels. I mean, I really thought they were going to come out and say, it's our senior night. We're seniors. It's our last home game. Let's go out and put a show on for our town, our city. But we really couldn't.